Hey guys, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your free NBA previews and prediction for Wednesday, January 4th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your wacky Wednesdays. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you're using a mobile device. Today's podcast is brought to you by your good friends right here at atsstats.com. Alright, let's get to the NBA action. We got a lot of games here on the docket today. We're going to kick it off in Philly between the Sixers and the Pacers. You can see Philadelphia, a 7.5 point home favorite. The over-under at 231.5. ATS forecast system play. Going to go with the Pacers, the Sixers in this one. 121 to 113. The over-under at 234.5. So we do like this game to go over the total. The Sixers coming in on a 2-game straight up and ATS win streak. A 66.6% chance of winning compared to only 25.8% for the Pacers, who are coming in pretty hot on a 4-game straight up and ATS win. They're off a victory over the Raptors in their last game, 122 to 114, and they are 7-3 straight up in their last 10 games, and they've covered the spread 80% of the time. So this is going to be an interesting matchup tonight at the Wells Fargo Center. Phoenix Suns taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers coming off a big overtime win over the Chicago Bulls, 145-134 in their last game. They are now on a 2-game win streak. The Suns, they're on a 3-game losing streak, losing their last game to the New York Knicks, 102-83. And we're going to go with the Cavs in this one, 113 to 106, the over-under at 220.55. And looking at the Cavaliers' last 10 games, 7-3 straight up. But what's more impressive, their strength of schedule last 7 games, they're beating some of the top dogs in the NBA. 57.1% the last 7 games is their strength of schedule. Same thing for Phoenix. So both teams coming in battle tested tonight in Cleveland. Memphis Grizzlies taking on the Charlotte Hornets. Now the Hornets a 7.5 point home underdog against John Morant and the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies off a big win in their last game. 118 to 108 was the final. They're now on a 3-game straight up and ATS win streak. Their last 3 have gone under the total. They're coming in tonight on 2 days rest. They are 23-13 on the season, and we're going to lean with Memphis in this one. 124 to 112. The over-under at 236.3. So we do like this game to go a hair over the total of 236. So be careful on the Kogo. In fact, the Kogo is very high today at 79%. Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. That's based on the percentage play of the Raymond Report. All right, OKC, big win. That's an understatement. That was an upset win yesterday against the Boston Celtics. And what's impressive about that, it's not that they just beat them by a couple of points. They put 150 points on the Boston Celtics. And today they are a 2-point road underdog against the Orlando Magic. So talk about your classic letdown spot against a team who's 13-24 on the season. So be careful tonight in this matchup. Orlando on a 3-game losing streak after that big hot start in the last about the month of December, January. They did a pretty good run right there. But they're now on a 3-game losing streak straight up and against the point spread. They are 6-4 in their last 10 games. And you can see we do have a tight one here today. 114.5 for OKC, 114.1 for the Magic. The over-under landing on 228.6. So we do like this game to stay over the total tonight at the Amway Center. San Antonio taking on the New York Knicks. The Knickerbockers, a 9.5 point home court favorite. The over-under at 226.5. ATS forecast system play. Going to go with New York in this one. 120 to 114. The over-under at 234.9. Looking at the Spurs' last 2 games, they're on a 2-game losing streak, but their last 8 games have gone over the total. They're off a 139-103 loss to the Brooklyn Nets, while the New York Knicks, they took care of business against the Phoenix Suns, winning 102-83. They are 5-5 straight up in their last 10 games. Most of those games were on the road. And the line I had on the New York Knicks tonight was minus 2.8, so you can see they're overvalued tonight at 9.5. And anytime you're looking at the Raymond Report, check out the VI here, the value index, and then compare it to the side to see if you do have any value in your play tonight. All right, in Toronto, in Canada, the Scotiabank Arena between the Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks coming off a 2 games against the Washington Wizards, and they lost 1, win 1. They won last night, 123 to 113. Tonight, they are a 3.5 point road underdog against the Toronto Raptors. And what's funny about that is you look at a team like Milwaukee, 24-13, and they're the dog in this spot, while Toronto at 3.5 and they're 16-21 on the season. I don't understand that, but we do got the Bucks winning here tonight, 115-114, the over-under at 229.9. So we do like this game to go over the total, and the Kogo in this game is at 50%, so a coin flip on the total. Houston Rockets taking on the Pelicans. We do like the New Orleans Pelicans in this one, 118 to 110. The over-under at 229.1. The Pelicans a 7-point home favorite. They're coming off a loss to the Sixers by 9. 120-111 was the final. They're on a 2-game losing streak, straight up and against the number. And 80% of the Pelicans' last 10 games have gone over the total. Portland Trailblazers taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. The T-Wolves a 1-point favorite in this one. 233.5 is the total. And we're going to lean with the Trailblazers here. 115 to 114, the over-under at 229.2. So we do like this game to stay under the total. The Trailblazers 19 and 17 on the season, and looking at the T-Wolves, they're having a tough go at it this year. 17 and 21, 4 and 6 in their last 10, and the Kogo in this one here is at 52%. Again, Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. All right, interesting matchup tonight in the Windy City at the United Center between the Chicago Bulls and the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets bringing in their 12-game win streak against Chicago, who are coming off a 145-134 loss over the Cleveland Cavaliers in their last game. They are now on a 2-game losing streak, and we're going to lean with the Brooklyn Nets in this one by 5. 121 to 116, the over-under at 237.9, so we do like this game to go over the total. Brooklyn has a 65.9% chance of winning on the percentage play compared to 34.09 for the Chicago Bulls. I did have the Brooklyn Nets listed at minus 4.4, so if you do like Brooklyn here tonight, they are fair market value against the Chicago Bulls. The Sacramento King, one of our top plays last night, plus 4.5. They won against the Utah Jazz, or plus 3.5, I believe the line was. And they are a 1-point favorite tonight against the Atlanta Hawks, who lost a heartbreaker to Golden State 2 nights ago, 143-141. And nobody plays defense anymore. Look at those look at all-star numbers. 143-141. That's like 284 points scored in the game. That's ridiculous. 121.4 for Atlanta, 121.8 for the Sacramento Kings. So we do like the Kings here to win tonight. This is a tight one. 243.3 is the total, so we do like it to go under the total. Atlanta coming in on a 4-game losing streak. They are 17 and 20 on the year, while Sacramento 20 and 16 so far this season, and they are 6 and 4 straight up in their last 10 games. And the fair market value right there at minus 1.28, and you can see the bookmakers were in line with their number. All right, you got the Lakers taking on the Miami Heat. We have the Heat winning this one. In fact, Heat coming off a big win over the Clippers in the last game, 110 to 100. They're on a 2-game win streak. They covered the spread in those last 2 games. They are 20 and 18 on the season, so they finally turned it around. A 6-point road favorite, and we do like the Heat, 116 to 112, the over-under at 229.3. So we do like this game to stay under the total. The LA Lakers do have a 46.1% chance of winning compared to a high 76.9 for the Miami Heat. And your Kogo is a point flip at 49%. And your final game of the evening will be between the Golden State Warriors and Detroit Pistons. The Pistons, a 6.5-point road underdog. The over-under is listed at 230.5. ATS forecast system play. I'm going to go with Golden State in this one, 120 to 112, the over-under at 233.4. So we do like this game to go over the total. The Warriors coming in on a 5-game straight-up win streak. They've covered the spread in their last 3, and they're playing on 1 day's rest. And their strength of schedule, 44.9 for the Warriors, 42.8 for the Pistons. So both these teams coming in least battle-tested. Not a lot of winning opponents or winning record. And anytime you see the strength of schedule, what we do is we take their opponent's last 7 games and we put the combined winning record, and that's how you get the strength of schedule. All right, there you have it. That is your NBA preview prediction today for Wednesday. It is January 4th. All right, let's go check out ATSstats.com and see which is our top sports betting options, situational handicapping. Now, I did have some good questions yesterday about this feature right here at the website. And what this feature is on the homepage is once you go to ATSstats.com, you're going to scroll down and you're going to see the sports betting markets. Click on the NBA, and what we do, these are not picks, but we're giving you the best option on the board here today. This is situational handicapping 101. These are the top 3 teams who are in the best situational spot to win the game here today. And going at number 3, we do like Memphis at minus 7.5, Oklahoma City at +2, and Sacramento at -1 against Atlanta. And those are your top 3 situational handicapping spots here today. So if you are considering playing one of these selections, I highly recommend them because they've been on pretty good run here of late. All right, there you have it. That is the NBA preview and prediction show today for a Wednesday, January 4th. As always, you can always find me here at ATSstats.com. In the meantime, shop for value, play those percentages. I'll see you back shortly with another Raymond Report.